the September 6th meeting of the Albany Conservation Commission at 6:32. Looking at new business, approve the minutes for July 5th, 2022. Does anybody have any comments on the minutes? The only thing I had was you have slit instead of silt in there a couple of times.
Oh, what is it?
Always. What's that?
What's the word?
Slit instead of silt.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a couple.
Okay.
Couple instances of that.
Yeah.
So
Instead of
not a major thing. So.
No, spell check doesn't pick that up.
No, I know. There's plenty of those that doesn't pick up. So I do that all the time with
okay.
trail and trial. I do it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, everything else looked complete and stuff.
All right, I will make those corrections before we send the final one.
Okay. Anybody else?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Okay. Got a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Unanimous. All right. Mail. We got one piece of mail to court, which is misspelled. Don't want to put that in the minutes. You probably just are used to that by now, right?
Yeah, no, it is. I want to know how come I get asked for money and you guys don't.
Dated August 26th from the Land Trust, asking for donations.
Yeah, see.
So, pass that around if anybody wants to look at it. But I would say we aren't going to formally take anything out of our account, considering we don't have a whole lot.
Right.
But certainly, if they're looking for letters of support or anybody wants to do anything personally, can do that. Mike, are you familiar with any of the plans over at Pine Hill on the new trailer building?
We were plotting away. Rob Adair has kind of taken
Yep.
on the school side
Yep.
to get up to the summit, so we've been going ahead and cutting the trees.
Nice.
But yeah, they have somebody laying out they have basically a trail plan
Yep.
there. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Cool.
Yeah, so it's underway.
Awesome.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I did a bunch of surveying up back when they did the first subdivision. The line went like there's an old power line that went up over Pine Hill back from like the 30s or something.
Yeah, it's very distinctive when you come across.
Yeah, it's neat because it's all kind of open pines up there on the very
So
top.
it's the line's no longer there. They're
Yeah,
relocated?
yeah. There's still
There's a
pole
few
stubs up there. Yeah,
pieces of shrapnel from
Yeah.
the pine.
yeah, the old insulators and everything.
Huh.
So, yeah, but yeah, it's a neat area up there. So it'll be neat to have a trail that goes up there and everything.
Yeah, last few Tuesdays we've been up there with chainsaw
Nice.
cutting ahead of the mini excavator.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I think that was it on the mail. There's a local hazard mitigation plan meeting, as everybody probably saw in the flurry of emails going around. So
Tuesday 7th or
Yeah.
Wednesday 7th
Yeah.
or whichever.
yeah,
What time is it tomorrow?
I believe it's at 6.
There's
Yeah.
another one though later in the month.
Right. I think it's the 20th. I think is the other date.
And they're all remote.
Yeah, exactly. Which I didn't realize. I thought there was a remote option, so I was like, well, I'll probably just come to it. And then I saw it is completely through Zoom, so I'll probably try to attend if I'm going to be at home anyway. So
I was thinking about
go
coming here
tomorrow.
to attend.
Sure you are.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6.
Tomorrow
and
at 6,
then
okay.
On the 20th.
Yeah.
As well, but
Yeah.
I have that one at 10 o'clock, but that might be.
oh yeah, I didn't even see what time is for that one. I think it appears that there's probably some funding attached to the amount of hours that is spent looking at this. So if you do spend time reviewing any of the handouts and materials, probably just do a back of the napkin calculation so that we can report it. That was kind of my take reading through some of the meeting prep stuff. So keep that in mind, but I plan on attending that and we can see if there's any ripple effects to anything we do.
Yeah.
So, and then the Saco Wild and Scenic River Coalition meeting, that was last month. Did anybody get a chance to attend that? I didn't have a chance to. So kind of a crazy month.
Summer.
Yep. Any other new business?
Yeah.
All right. Going through old business, the Land Trust Strategic Conservation Plan we have on here as a bullet item. And John, do you have anything on that? Because it's been so long, I can't even remember exactly what that was that we talked about.
Yeah, so they sent all the conservation commissions to give their input on.
We did that, correct?
I think
You
you
filled
guys,
out
I
the
was not here for the
questionnaire.
meeting. that
That's
we
right,
did it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
got you where we
questionnaire
ranked
we-
all the stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And then now I'm remembering you had reached out to see if we had done that, and I told you we had, and then I don't think I ever got the information to the land trust.
Two
So,
contracts. So,
So-
that might be the.
yeah, is that something that you think they could still use? Do you know?
Send it
Probably
to
worth sending it
them.
along.
Yeah.
I apologize on that. All right, so yeah, I'll follow up and see if they can still use that. The DOT silt fence, I didn't get a chance to follow up on that, but I do have another work-related issue that I got to follow up with DOT on, so I will also do that at the same time.
That was to remove the silt fence.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that right along the road?
It's right at the ski jump. There's a culvert that goes under the road there, and they replaced it 4 or 5 years ago or something. Took out one of our property corners, and silt fences. They put it in downstream. It's completely buried. It's just barely sticking up out of the top. So probably makes sense for them to just remove it. And,
Good luck.
what's that?
Good luck.
Yeah, right. It's probably not really hurting anything there, but I think it's also probably a good idea to put them on notice because they've done that in plenty of other places where, every contractor in the state does it too. They put up silt fence and then they just leave it and then it collects silt and then it overtops and it's not really doing what it's supposed to. So, so I'll follow up on that. Jake Davis lease revision and renewal. So I do not have a hard copy of that. I have the Richardson's lease. I was gonna take the Davis one and scan it, see if I could get it to convert to program, but don't even have that. So, Court, did you think you had any other
I might.
thoughts?
Does it, any of you guys potentially have a hard copy of the original one?
Definitely.
No.
I
Okay,
can
I
check
can,
with Kathy too, because Kathy thought maybe she could have a lead.
well, I know I had one of the originals before,
Gotcha,
before the selectmen looked at it.
gotcha.
So and I may have a copy of the final, but I'll find out.
Okay. That would be helpful. And if that's something, if you do have it, then we just gotta figure out how to get it in a
Yeah.
format. We can do something with it.
And I'll see if Rob had one.
Did anyone check with Kelly Collins to see if she has it on file in the?
They don't.
Yeah, we had a
It's-
while.
Yeah,
back.
it's really surprising
Yeah.
that the selectmen don't have a copy of it. It's astonishing.
They probably thought we did, and we probably thought they did, and
Well, they wrote it.
right.
Yeah. I mean, it was their final version that was signed off on.
Hmm.
But apparently they didn't retain a copy of the digital one, which would have been really handy. But so now we'll have to find it and reprint it.
Type, yeah.
you know.
All right. Land trust monitoring report. Probably about time to just remind the airplane club now that fall and winter is fast approaching. I think we got a contact with it.
Yeah, we have a contact.
Yeah,
I think it's in the file. I think it's in our.
It's in one of the minutes.
Yeah, it's in one of the minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Got that earlier. So I can follow that up with a phone call or an email. Boundary maintenance plan. Now it's getting good time of year to maybe clear a little bit of boundary and paint some stuff. I think we did 2 to 4 hours that last time when Court and I had done stuff and you had done trail work that day. If anybody wants to join me, we could probably tackle another section like
So you
that.
can do this section from the fishing game back to the.
Right, that's right. We walked
Right.
that with Jeff Sires last spring. Was
Yeah,
that? Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. And he had said, yeah, that probably would make sense to do all that section back around the water precinct and everything behind the
I think it's
habitat
gonna be
community
pretty-
there.
It's gonna be pretty easy, except when we get over towards the field where it might get a little sumac and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be the hard part.
Yeah.
But yeah, if
Is that something you want to try doing in October?
that would probably work. Yeah, October or November, either
Early weeks of October are good for me.
earlier in October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till the leaves drop.
Yes, the waiting and leaves drop definitely helps. So. Doesn't take a lot of us, but the more we have, we can, because like I said, I think Court and I did probably only like 3 hours of work, and I think we got a mile of boundary done. So it's one of those, if we like split into a couple of groups or something, I can teach somebody. It's not very complicated. It's following, clearing brush back, and anywhere there's already a blaze, just paint over.
Have two working opposite directions.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we can go from 16 back,
Mhm.
from the 16 embankment. Towards
Yeah, and I'd say even that whole section that we share with the Forest Service, we don't even bother because.
because they've done that.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
take
you
care of that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was surveyed.
Even paid to.
Yeah, I know, right? That was surveyed in 2016, so those blazes are only 6 years old.
Okay.
So those will all be fine if we need to maintain
So
that.
that must go a little bit beyond the access road and when you pick up along the water precinct property.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't have to worry about that section. So if we did get basically from like where the sign is in the field by the model airplane all the way out around the fishing game back to the Kank, that'd be a good yank. And I don't think it would take too long.
So our next Conservation Commission meeting is October 4th.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
So
So maybe the first weekend of October.
Maybe after that.
the
that
first
meeting or
weekend is the 1st and 2nd.
Oh, okay.
something. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, it may be, this year it may not be all that many leaves to drop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll just touch base at our next meeting if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And see.
Yeah, pick a
But at
time.
least if we have a tentative.
Yeah, to
Second
do early.
weekend of
Yeah.
October or whatever.
So the second weekend is that is Columbus Day weekend. Indigenous.
That was definitely.
Yeah, I won't be available.
Yeah.
Right.
Columbus.
So then it's the 15th or the 16th or the 22nd.
Yeah.
Or the 1st or the 2nd.
Yeah, first and second, the leaves might still be on the trees. It would be easier without the leaves. So maybe if we did push to like
I gotta
15
work.
or 16.
I've got to work the February fair, so I won't be available that week.
All right.
So second weekend maybe.
Yeah. Yep. Or the
No,
third weekend. It's like
third
15,
weekend,
16.
which is the 15, 16.
Yep.
So we pencil that in.
Yeah.
15, 16.
Yep. And then I guess that would also maybe be related. Is there any trail maintenance type stuff we want to do, or we?
No.
Everything's looking pretty good.
Looking good right now, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And I think, trail people have been out there kind of keeping the bushes back on their own.
I went to,
Just getting use.
Well, I think, no, I mean, you can see people have been out there clipping.
really?
Yeah.
That's good. You remember people?
It was, not necessarily Namba people. I think some other, there was one person who had an interaction and the person was cutting roots out.
Oh, really?
There because they were hazardous to runners.
Oh,
And,
Good
my
luck on
friend
that.
tried to suggest, like, maybe, try to work with the two groups that are kind of, and he would have nothing to do with that. And he just
Oh, really?
said, I don't care. I'm going to do this. It's not safe for runners. I'm like, gee.
yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. So, there's people like that out there. Like, they're going to do stuff like that.
You know runners.
I'm not a runner anymore.
He's not real done running, yeah.
A lot of trip hazards, apparently.
He only
But-
rides a bike now.
But there's people out there that just use the trails all the time and take the time to
Yeah.
and stuff.
I was over to measure up the kiosk because we were talking about kiosks for the rec path.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
it looked like, going in at the crossover trail that could be brushed a little bit there just to maintain it a little bit.
Oh,
Case we
where you
ever-
first enter there.
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
enter.
I actually see that when I
Yeah.
drive by. It looks a little thick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If
When
we,
you get in there, it's not.
if we have any budget remaining, we should look at getting some gravel in that
In that
parking
part,
lot.
well, yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah, there's some couple of puddles and there's a couple of wet spots. in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And just put the money in the gravel. I think I can get somebody to spread it.
Right. Yeah. Considering we don't really spend our money on anything else.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Well,
not-
it definitely would fix that water hole. would be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And square up the thing and maybe get the parking would look a little better.
I guess the other maintenance is the view that we did in the spring.
Oh, yeah.
Continuing the view.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
that-
yes, yeah, sorry, I'm trying to think, where do we have a view? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, we spent
Yeah.
half a day sweating to death
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, no, it's actually made quite a difference, I think. And, yeah, so we just continue to continue on down that bank.
Yeah.
Stunning amount.
Well, if we don't get it now, it'll just get taller, so.
Right.
Well, that'd be a good thing to combine, doing that and marking boundary at the same.
Were we talking like November though? I think was maybe something we were talking about for that. That way, if like we were talking about burning the piles was the other thing, the brush piles that we have. That if we spend some time cutting, you know, what's left, and I don't know if we can do the burning in the same day or something while we're there. Doesn't necessarily have to be babysat, but we can't just like leave it either. But if we're cutting while it's going, it seems like that would be reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense to wait like another month, or is it like? Is October the time?
Doesn't hurt because, I know, obviously, in order for us to burn without a permit, we'll have to have some snow on the ground.
Yeah.
And, right next to the highway.
Right.
Not sure about that.
Burning is another question, so what if it's just left?
That's what I was curious about. Why
You could.
It is out of sight. I mean, it's not.
It's down over the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As long as you don't let it grow too large at this point, then
Yeah.
it goes
Yeah.
away on its own.
Right.
not a requisite, that's for sure.
Yeah. No, that's totally fine with me. No,
Well,
we-
I think piling it makes it better because the next, whoever gets the task, the next time around will be appreciated. So they're not waiting through slash.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely piling it. Yeah, definitely agree with that. So, but yeah, then I guess then if we're not worried about burning it and having snow on the ground, is that something we want to? I mean, we could do that too. Yeah, it definitely worked. The more hands we had
I think that's its
doing
own
that,
thing.
it could be its own thing
Yeah.
on the boundary maintenance.
Right.
So we could throw another
Save
weekend in
it for
October.
November.
Save it for November.
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
If you let it go too long, it's gonna become work.
It was.
Right.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like if it's just a half day. I wouldn't be surprised if we still need another half day to get the whole
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be get a half day here, get a half day in the spring, and
It really depends on how wet it is too, because, some of those areas, if it's a very wet fall, it's going to be kind of dicey getting down in some of those spots.
right.
Nothing like riding a saw and standing in shin deep water.
Right. Yeah, we got lucky this spring. What was that in
Yeah,
May
it was-
when we did that?
that was
It was
strong.
relatively dry.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Expanding the trail map of the town forest. Keep talking about that, I guess. Keeps falling off the radar.
Wait at this point.
Yeah. Wait till spring.
Right. And maybe we'll have a new little loop laid out by then.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
So at this point, it doesn't make any sense to do anything.
Is this the map itself, or actually creating a new trail?
No, it's, updating the existing map.
Yeah. The land trust had offered to update the map and get like the Neville logo on it and all that stuff. And so we talked about getting that and just haven't quite got to it. But like you're saying, now we're gonna add a trail.
We'll do another loop in there, so what's the point,
Wait till we get
Right.
Yeah. And I guess do the current maps even have the uphill both ways on it?
No,
Okay,
Doesn't
so
have-
maybe that was what was precipitating that
It doesn't have
conversation.
anything on the west end either.
exactly.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So that, what's the one?
Twister.
Twister
Yeah.
isn't on there.
Gotcha.
either.
Alright. So,
Speaking of that, do you plan to make a sign court?
I can.
Up or both ways?
Yeah. If we're at the fork,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do that. I'll have to make some. of
Well,
those
I was
signs.
thinking about it, we can always add another sign down below it to whatever it becomes
Yeah,
out beyond that.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've got to do some signs for ski touring, and usually I like to get a bunch of them together. So if I'm going to set up,
Sure.
you can make a bunch of stuff.
Spend the
Yeah,
rainy sound
or
or something.
something?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, last year I probably did 30 signs for a combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing
So
that.
fortunately, we haven't seen a lot of shrinkage on those signs on the Albany Town Forest like it happens with ski touring.
Right, well, yeah, our mountain bike ones disappeared.
Yeah.
There's a spell of
Yeah.
vanishing signs.
Yeah, that's in that trail down in the Pine Forest. They just put that kiosk in, and somebody took the kiosk down, so took the backboard and the sign.
I saw that there were like new supports on it or or something.
Yeah.
So I was just out there the other day.
Yeah. So that took a lot of work to do that.
Mm.
You know, somebody didn't just do it spur of the moment. They had
Yeah.
to come up with tools to do that.
Good. All right. And then our own entrance to the Albany Town Forest. I don't think we have anything new on that. All right. Any other old business?
No, I just mentioned that, you know, they're doing somebody's mowing the.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, which is good. I suspect it's the Richardsons again, but.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, and I did see somebody down there, and one of these days I should stop down and say hi or something while they're actually down there.
Okay.
All right. Any other business?
Nothing else.
All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn? Sean with a motion. Second with a second. All in favor? Aye. At 7:53. 6:53. Jeez, I don't need to watch. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I just realized I don't know if Kathy was waiting for us on the phone. Never even dialed it in.
Probably. It's not even hooked up.
No.
Okay.
Okay.